My name is Jocelyn Umulisa. I was 9 years old during the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994. I have started playing tennis because of looking for money or for entertainment, but I was looking for something that can heal the two issues I was having at that time after the genocide. The two issues I was having, the first one was back pain, a terrible back pain because of being raped during the genocide. And the second issue was the mental issue. I had a trauma like the terrible one. So I was looking for something that can heal those two issues. So I tried different games, I played basketball, I played volleyball, I played football, but it couldn't work. So I remember one day I was going to school, I met a guy on the street. So he told me that he wants to teach me how to play tennis. But that time I was taking medication, different medication. So the guy told me to go and find him on the tennis court. It was near where I was living in the orphanage. It was at Amahoro Stadium. So I went there the next day. Then we started playing. We started exchanging balls. Before it was really hard for me to move my body, but that time I was able to turn around, you know, to use my back. And when I was playing, I was just concentrating on where I'm going to put the ball. So my mind was very busy. I wasn't able to think all the stuff I was thinking before. So from there, I remember I played like 1 hour and 30 minutes, 1 hour and a half, or 1 hour and 20 minutes. Then I went back home. I used to spend the nights and the nights without sleeping. So that time I didn't take any medication. I just slept. And in the morning, everybody was on me asking of what happened to me. And I slept like a baby. That's where I started recovering that tennis can be my medicine. So I went there again the second day. I did the same thing. After playing, I slept again. So that's why I told my responsible that tennis is helping me, because they knew the issues I was having at that time. Because commemoration week was very difficult for us as orphans, especially for me who had a trauma. It was very hard to handle that situation, emotions, you know. When you are a genocide survivor, that time is very tough for us. So that time I used to take a tennis ball and my racket and I play with the wall. So I finished the week of commemoration with nothing happened. And everybody was like, how come you're not having the same problems? So, and I refused to take any medication. So that's where my responsibles gave me a permanent permission to go to keep playing tennis as I was asking them. After healing those two issues that I told you, I started asking myself, who am I going to become? After losing my family, after remaining alone, I was in darkness. I had no choice. But then I was able to play tennis. And I was talking to myself that tennis can help me in different ways. It helped me to heal the two issues, but then I can benefit from it in another way. I was asking myself that I can become a champion. It wasn't easy because we had so many players and who were strong at that time. So that's why I started training hard, like real hard. So I remember I joined the national team. After joining the national team, we used to do practice for 2 hours, but I used to stay in the tennis court. So I used to play with the wall for 5 hours because I wanted to become someone special in this game. Within 3 years, I became a champion. After becoming a champion, I was asking myself, what else can I do for the society? That time, the RPF Inkotanyi who liberated the country, they are the ones who kept taking care of all of the orphans, including me. RPF Inkotanyi, they did everything for us. So I kept asking myself, what can I do to give back to my country? But I'm talented, I have a talent. I am a tennis player. I can use the talent I'm having and I share with Rwandan kids. So that's why I was deciding to put all of the kids together and train them and give them of what I have. But secondly, because of losing sisters and brothers, I was thinking that these kids can become my brothers and sisters so that they can do the activities. They can become the strong kids, I mean the players, the coaches, and the other activities we found in tennis game. Because my brothers and sisters didn't have a chance to become the tennis players, but these kids, you never know who they will become. As a tennis lover, I just wanted to increase the number of tennis players, especially the girls. So I was like, I'm going to bring something new in this game. I was like, I'm going to develop players who are going to take over. I'm going to develop kids who are going to replace me before I start my retirement. The only thing I had was just an idea. Where am I going to get these kids? How am I going to train them? Where am I going to get equipment? You know, tennis is an expensive game. So I had nothing, but I had that hope that everything is possible. So I started with 6 kids. 6 kids who didn't have someone to take care of them. They didn't have a coach, like a proper coach. So I started training them. After getting the certificate of coaching, I was like, let me start with this one and see if it can work. Maybe people, the tennis lovers, will be giving me the old rackets, the old balls, then I will be using those ones. Meanwhile, maybe someone will come and give us the equipment. So by chance, it was in 2003, then I received a call. A guy from US, he said, I'm Phil Cox. I saw your activities on social media, but I want to come and provide tennis equipment for you. And I was like, wow, oh, this was my dream. So after getting those tennis equipments, that's where now I started the recruitment. We were focusing on the vulnerable kids. We were considering the vulnerable kids. You never know who is going to be talented. You never know who is going to become a professional player. So I started recruiting kids. I was focusing on the villages where the kids are together, are living together. As you saw here in Busanza, they are together. It's very easy for us to do recruitment here, where it is easy for the coaches to access. As you saw here in Busanza, we don't have tennis courts. But then you saw kids are players. They became professional. As you saw, we just put the top-up nets, those small nets for the kids. But then they are able to play. We have realized that even if you don't have a tennis court, you can use other facilities which the government put in the villages. Then after, you look for the tennis courts after. As a tennis lover, I wanted to introduce that game to every kid and see whether they will be able to play it. I started with the 6 kids, but now the foundation has 1,500 kids in the whole country. We've started with East Province and Kigali City. But then within two years, we will be working in all districts of Rwanda. That is our mission.
Nitwa Gahongayire Angelique, aba ndi umubyeyi urerera muri TRCF Busanza, mfitemo umwana w'umuhungu. TRCF kintu yadufashije, abana bakuye mu bwigunge, babana n'ibyishimo, ibarinda kuzerera, kuko nta mwana waba waje hano ngo arenge hano ku kibuga, igihe cyose tuba tuzi ko bari hano.
Twirirwaga tuzerera hano kuri basket, twirirwaga tuzerera nta kintu dufasha ababyeyi, nta kintu dukora mu rugo, ari kwirirwa tuzerera. Ariko ubu ngubu aho yaziye, sigaye dufasha imirimo ababyeyi, bakadurushya natwe tukaza mu myitozo. Kandi TRCF ni akamaro cyane kuri twebwe, kuko abatari bafite inkweto zo gukinisha baraziduhaye. Iyo tugiye mu marushanwa turatsinda, n'ubu ngeze no gutsindira umudari mu rugo ndawufite.
Fondasiyo TRCF nayijemo mfite imyaka 9, icyo gihe ntabwo na kimwe nari nzi, ariko barabimuguriye nangira gukina natazi icyo bizamara, numva ari ugukina gusa. Niyunguyemo byinshi, dutwara imidari, turatsinda, ariko nshaka gukora cyane kugira ngo nsinde, nze nshyire mu kirenge nk'icy'abandi bakobwa bitinyutse bagakina tennis.
Iyi fondasiyo giti cyanjye nyimazemo umwaka urenga, nkaba naragiriye icyizere n'umukoci witwa Umulisa Joseline, arampamagara ansaba ko namufasha tugakocinga hano, ko nari nsanzwe ndi umukoci mugenzi we. Tukiza byari bigoye, abana twatangiye batazi gukina, ariko basigaye babizi, dusigaye twitabira amarushanwa mu rwego rw'igihugu, kandi dufitemo abana bafite urwego rwiza. Urugero nko mu bahungu dufitemo umukinnyi wa kabiri mu gihugu, abakobwa dufitemo umukinnyi wa mbere mu gihugu n'umukobwa kiniramo hano muri Rwanda Student Foundation. Mbese urebye muri make abana ba hano bahagaze neza paraporo n'abandi mu yandi ma clubs.
Ataraza hano yagiraga amanota makeya, akarenga nk'abana 10, ariko kuva amazemo imyaka 2 muri TRCF akina tennis, ababigisha discipline, kubahana, gukundana, bakanabakangurira ko bagomba kwiga bakavamo abana b'abahanga. Nifuza ko yakwiga amashuri yose, ariko akazavamo umutoza mukuru, akazajya atoza abandi bana muri tennis.
Uburyo ngiye mbona nyina mu tennis, nshaka kuzaba umukinnyi ukomeye ku isi hose. Basina, bari Karazi na ba Djokovic, nshaka kuzamera nkabo nanjye bakajya bandeba.
Mfite inzozi zo kuzaba umukinnyi wa tennis ukomeye, nkazashyira ikirenge mu cya Paola.
Muri tennis habamo imyaka, habamo kategori tugenda abana bagenda bakiniramo. Hari abakina munsi y'imyaka 12 na 14 na 16. Irenze ubugiye muri bitaje n'iyoro, muri abandi bitwa ngo nabakinyi bakuru. Abo kategori turimo rero ngo abana duvuga twakubwiraga ikiciro bahagaze neza, none tayije imyaka 14 ku bakobwa no ku bahungu. Umukobwa no wambere mu gihugu, wa kabiri umuhungu nawe no wambere mu gihugu.
TRCF tennis yadufashije abana byinshi, igenda ibafasha mu bikoresho bakenera, mu bijyanye n'imyigire, mu buzima bundi bwa buri munsi. N'ubu ngubu babashakiye ibigo bagiye kujya bishyurira abana mu mashuri meza agezweho. Abanshimira by'umwihariko koce mukuru Umulisa, we watekereje ku bana bacu babusanza akazana tennis, kubera ko kuba yarayizanye ni by'agaciro gakomeye. Dushishikariza n'abandi bana ko bazagana tennis yacu, kuko ifasha abana mu bintu bijyanye no kwiyubaha, kutajya mu biyobyabwenge, bakazagera n'ejo hazaza heza.
Icyo nashishikariza abana bagenzi banjye ni uko bababyeyi babo nabo bakabafasha kubarushya, akajya baza bagakina uno mukino, kuko uyu mukino ni mwiza urafasha. Kuba wari usanzwe uzerera bakagufasha, kaguha inkweto zo gukinisha, kagushyira mu ikipe, ni ibintu bikomeye. Inama nagira abandi bana ni ukuva mu bwigunge bagasanga abandi, bakazajya basanga abandi bakaganira, bagahuza urugwiro nabo bakava mu bwigunge natwe twabuvuyemo.
Iyi fondasiyo kimaze kutugezaho mu muryango wanjye, turahembwa, ni akazi, coaching ni akazi, gutoza ni akazi, umunsi ku munsi dufite umushahara dukorera, fondasiyo iduhemba, ikadufasha mu bintu bijyanye no gutunga umuryango. Hano tuhakora iminsi ine mu cyumweru, iyo abana bari ku ishuri ho ni iminsi ntabwo tuyirenza, ariko iyo abana nk'uko bari mu biruhuko dukora buri munsi kugira abana babashe kugira performance nziza.
Within 5 years, we hope that we will be competing with international players. So you never know who these kids will be in the future. We try to teach them how to string rackets, because it's an activity, it's a job you can do and get money. We teach them how to maintain a tennis court themselves. We teach them how to become coaches. We teach also them how to become leaders. As you saw, they have the leaders among them. Each group has a captain. We are giving them like power of learning life skills, because they are kids, and kids, it's very easy for them to learn and catch up easier, and because we don't know who they will become in the future. So we are trying to give them chance to learn different things. It's not all of them who are going to become professional players, but they can become coaches, they can become the umpires, they can replace me, they can be the founder, they can have their own foundation. So you never know. So our mission, our vision is to train them and they become professional players and teach them the life skills. For me, the idea was to launch the program, to see if it's possible. Now you've realized that it happened. It's possible. Now the challenges we are having so far, it's the facilities. As you saw, the level of these kids, they cannot continue using the top-up nets, the small nets. We cannot continue using the basketball court, cannot continue using the volleyball courts as you saw. This was just an introduction and the recruitment. So the level where they are, they need a tennis court where they can learn how to serve, how to count. They need to see those lines, especially for these ones, we are training them to become coaches. These ones, we are training them to become umpires. They need to do all of those kind of skills when they are using a tennis court. That's why I need the government, the Rwandan people, to support me. This foundation is not mine. It's for the Rwandan people. That's why I need them. That's why I need their support. I have been receiving so many supporters, but I also need Rwandan, because this is our foundation. We are developing Rwandan kids. So we will be happy to achieve our targets, but I cannot achieve those targets alone, because it requires a lot of things. I know our president and the first lady, they support sports in general, especially Your Excellency. I know you like tennis very much. I really want you to help me and get a land where I can build tennis courts so that I can continue to develop these kids. I really trust you. You're gonna do something so that you can have facilities and we continue achieving our targets. Yeah, the message I can give, especially for the survivors, there is a hope. We have a country where we have peace, we have everything. The country gave us everything we wanted. I would like to pass my message to the young generation Let's put our hands together and build our beautiful country.